Hi, this is Tets from Tets Toys and Shenanigans, and I'm just doing a review of Jazwares Sonic the Hedgehog, and he's the 1991 edition Sonic Through Time Sonic the Hedgehog for the 20th anniversary Sonic. Lots of Sonics in this. Created for or to coincide with the release of the Sonic Generations game that has came out last year in November, being last year being 2011, being the 20th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. This little guy is the classic Sonic, so there being two types, the other being modern Sonic, where he has the green eyes, kind of from the Dreamcast games onwards. This is the classic Sonic, so this is supposed to be the Sonic that appears on the Mega Drive games, and I think it does that. It is not 5 inches tall, but it's supposed to be in scale with the 5-inch line. So had I a Sonic the Hedgehog over the 5 inches, my other ones are all 6, so they'd be out of scale. He should be the proper height, as he would be in real life. But you know, after all, he is a blue hedgehog who runs really fast with red sneakers. I've put a little bit of size comparison. It's not going to work very well, but this here, that's the smaller size, so that would be what, 2.75 inch sized Sonic. So you can see he's almost double. I haven't got around to opening it, and that's Amy there as well. I haven't got around to opening that pack yet, but I really like to. That'll be next on my list. And here is the same size Jet the Hawk from Sonic Riders, I think it is. I don't know, I never bought the game because it looked really bad. What's that, a bad Sonic the Hedgehog game? Who would have thought? So you can see he's not much taller, but he's definitely got a lot more bulk to him. Thank you, Jet. The sculpting's pretty good. It sort of has the pudge of the original Sonic very pat, and his proportions seem pretty good as well. Doesn't stand too badly, however, like this, he has no ankle movement except for a twist here. So as soon as you move his leg up, that's all you can do with his foot. Which might be alright, but can't exactly make him lean forward unless, you know, his leg will have to be straight the whole time. Articulation wise is not too bad. He's got elbows and shoulders, and he can move his head left and right as well. No up and down movement for the neck though. He's got a twist at the wrist as well as the elbow. That's not too bad. So let's see if we can twist. Yep, see, we can actually twist the wrist. And he's got hinges at the hips, no knees, however, and he can twist his feet. He does sort of suffer the standing up issues that Sonic the Hedgehog figures seem to suffer, so you kind of have to lean him forward a little bit. He has no ankle movement except for that twist, which I find a little bit annoying. It would be nice if they'd instead of doing what they've done, maybe chucked in a ball joint at his ankle and had the foot connect to a ball joint. I think that would have given him more movement, although it wouldn't be, you know, incredibly great because of his socks, but would have definitely been an improvement. Sculpting wise is not too bad. He's got his, fairly rotund face. Oh, sorry. Just to mention, I suspect that this line here is a waist join, but it is so incredibly tight on mine, I can't actually get him to turn, and there's nowhere to really grab except for his tail. And I have a feeling that if I grab and pull, then his tail will come off, and I don't want that. Let's see if we can get it. There we go, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 profile. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. It's going around in the middle. Minor distraction, sorry about that, folks. Do like his little shoe buckles on here. There we go. Although not as golden as I'd like to be, that's okay. He's got his socks, typical white stripe, and sort of numbering stamp, and made by Jazwares. Face sculpt's really good. It's got, I've always liked the classic Sonic, and he's got his little Sonic smirk as one would expect. Eyes are great. Love the look of his eyes and his nose, spot on. Ears are great, and of course the kind of fatter, not as sleek spikes stick out quite a bit. My one seems to have a lot of goober on the on his back spikes. Let's see if we can get them to show up. There you go, see that kind of marking there? Couldn't see that in the package, which I was a bit annoyed about. Might be able to clean it off. And that's it. That is just my review. It's a pretty decent toy. You can pull out some fairly reasonable poses. Trying to make him look like he's running. Yeah. Oh, I did come up like a kind of starting run pose, which I took with my camera, my other camera. So you can have some fun with it. It is possible to chuck some poses on it. I got some still shots on my blog. Yes, here comes the plug. www.tetstoys.blogspot.com, because I like to take photographs rather than talk about them and type them. Actually, I don't mind talking about them, but this is video reviews, a quick way for me to get them up and running without having to mess about with having to spend hours and hours typing like I normally do, because I have a tendency to go on and on. Yeah. But nevertheless, so I suggest go down to the blog. I'll have some pictures up of him in poses. I suspect that a lot of them will involve blue tack on the bottom of his feet, which I don't really like, but you have little choice with this guy. Sorry, what I should mention though is he's actually remarkably light. So whereas the smaller size Sonic figures all have, I suspect, solid plastic in the spikes, which kind of adds to his back-headed heaviness, which is an issue with the 2.7-inch line I've since discovered. This one's actually pretty light, so I'd say that his head's actually hollow, and that's a good thing. Because I do have the smaller Sonic with the Moto Bug, and that one's forever falling over, and you almost have to have him sniffing his shoes like so before he'll stand up. But this guy, they've managed to fix that up, I think, and I quite like it. It's good. It's a good representation of Sega Mega Drive Sonic. It's cute and it's cuddly, and you almost want to take it to bed and sleep with it and cuddle it for reassurance, but it's pokey a little bit. So there we go. That is the supposedly 5-inch, I'd say 5-inch scaled classic Sonic the Hedgehog from Jazwares. Thanks for watching.